In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Soll ich dir vertrauen?
Don't you get involved in this. You've done enough already.
But doctor, this man is dying.
There's nothing we can do about it. He's in the hands of Dr. Fuller. Do you wish to end up like Elizabeth, with a diploma from Nightingale and the chores of a cleaning lady?
No, you're right.
Let me do my own investigation. It's time I found those missing files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
fand ein Buch im Tresor des Buchhändlers. Irgendwas stimmte damit nicht. Es roch nach Tod und Verwesung. Mich überkam ein ungutes Gefühl. Ich las darin, um zu verstehen, was ich empfand. Doch was passierte danach? Wo bin ich? Hier kann ich zum Beispiel gar nicht anklicken. Warum kann ich Pierce nicht anklicken? Okay, eigentlich müsste ich aufhören. Aber dieses Spiel...
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
Ja, das sieht ja creepy aus. Dieses Spiel... Ja.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Ach so, ich dachte...
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Aber was machen wir überhaupt hier? Das ist die größere Frage, die ich mir eigentlich stelle.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Mhm. Mit Sicherheit ist er irgendwo runtergefallen. Lebt?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Okay. Ja, Fuller scheint ja schon ein ziemlich guter Arzt zu sein, aber ich glaube, seine Methoden sind die...
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Was wollte ich sagen? Er hat mich aus dem Konzept gebracht.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders ins Silverside-Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichte Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie, in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt. Wie... Hä? Ich gucke mich erstmal hier komplett um. Warum ist sie denn hier? Du? Du hast noch nicht mal ein Klemmbrett. Ach, da.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Das Problem wird wahrscheinlich Dr. Sanders sein. Was ich sagen wollte. Also er ist ja scheinbar ein guter Arzt, aber ich glaube, seine Methoden sind die, die nicht richtig sind.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Verdammt, ich kann nicht aufhören zu spielen. Ich wollte eigentlich jetzt, bis das nächste Mal speichert, dann aufhören, aber... Kann nicht. Das sind so viele Sachen.
Dr. Colden.
Gut, die redet ja sehr viel mit mir. Okay. Diesen Schrank, ich kann mich verstecken.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Ja gut. Von dem Boilerraum weiß ich ja, wo der
Dr.
Schlüssel ist.
Colden, we need you at once in dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Tja, das ist aber das, was ein Doktor
This
eigentlich will.
man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Die Akte ist unvollständig und Behandlungsdetails sind nicht vermerkt. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt. Okay. Kann man die öffnen? Ja. Da geht's auch noch hin. Gucken jetzt erstmal hier. Bin mit ihm.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Mhm. Jetzt setzt er sich wieder hin, warum auch immer.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Das ist aber sehr nett. Die Männer sehen ja alle gleich aus.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Doch nur da rein. Okay, was ist hier?
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Da ist aber jemand drin. Okay, das ist das Büro von Fuller. Da gehe ich als allerletztes rein.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von Cesar Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen in Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit der Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstration können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen.
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. We're
Hello?
running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Ein Rezept für Barbiturat, ausgestellt von Dr. Fuller. Tja. Das ist Dr. Fullers Büro, gell? Mach nur mal alle Türen auf, damit ich weiß, wo ich war. Beziehungsweise hier schaue ich mich vielleicht wieder.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Wie die Toiletten hier aussehen, bitte. Oder was soll das sein? Das, ah ne, ich wollte gerade sagen, das sind keine Toiletten. Das... Naja.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
So, warte mal. In Administratorenraum war ich noch nicht dran. Okay. Da gehe ich als letztes rein. Weil das geht rüber zu Fuller. Ich mich erstmal komplett umschauen. So, warte, das ist das. Das ist der Männerklo.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Okay, da geht's runter zu der Psychiatrie scheinbar. Und das ist der andere Block mit ah ne, das ist... Ist derselbe Block? Ja. Einfach nur ein anderer Eingang, okay. Mit dem
Watch
hier.
out for the water, Doctor.
Kitchen. Noch reingehen. Okay. Aber ihr...
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Bäh. Okay. So, und dann haben wir noch die beiden.
May I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so
Hippokratischer
it won't make
Eid.
a difference.
Okay, Spiel gespeichert. Ich gucke jetzt mal gerade noch mal, ob ich irgendwas anderes finde, wo ich noch hingehen kann. Ansonsten, wenn es jetzt wirklich nur noch um Fullers Büro geht... Ja, ich glaube, es geht tatsächlich nur noch um Fullers Büro. So, komm, wir gucken noch in Fullers Büro rein. Wie ein Wörterbuch handelt dieses Werk in alphabetischer Reihenfolge alle bekannten und praktizierenden medizinischen Wissenschaften. Für jede der Einträge sind die Hauptwerke und die zuständigen Behörden aufgeführt. Wartet mal gerade, ich muss mal gerade... Von der Zeit her würde das nämlich noch gerade gehen. Dann gucke ich zumindest noch in Fullers Büro, weil das interessiert mich jetzt dann doch, was wir da finden. Bin halt neugierig.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Ach, halt die Klappe.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Donovan ablenken.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Nicht die denn dann jetzt ablenken? Ah, warte mal.
She's a witch, an old hag.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
What a pest. It's so unfair.
Warte mal, hier war doch irgendwo... Das ist ja der Block.
The door to the boiler room is locked.
Ja, das ist die Farmer. Wo waren denn die Schlüssel? Warte mal.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
Ja. Warte mal, weil das mache ich jetzt, weil sonst habe ich nachher wieder vergessen, wo der Schlüssel lag. Kenn mich.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Ja.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Aber... Warum kommt sie denn selbst nicht auf die Idee, in den Boilerraum zu gehen?
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Also ich komme nur durch das Verwaltungsoffice da rein. So, warte mal.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Ich muss eigentlich hier rein.
The door to the boiler room is locked.
Sie selbst nicht auf die Idee kommt, dass sie da rein müsste. Muss ich mit ihr irgendwie reden?
An old hag. I didn't make this up.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Das Wasser abstellen, warte mal. Jetzt im Umweg, gell? Glaube ich. Nimmt sie jetzt den Schlüssel?
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Wird sie bestimmt. So. Wir reden, ne? Ja, geil.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Nimm doch das hier. Weißt du, hier liegen... Hier liegen so viele Werkzeuge rum. Guck mal hier. Jetzt muss ich halt überall gucken nach Werkzeugen. Weil ich meine, ich habe jetzt auch nichts gesehen. Echt hier? Aber eigentlich liegen da ja Werkzeuge. Ich verstehe nicht, was für ein Werkzeug sie jetzt haben will.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Warum sollte hier ein Werkzeug jetzt eigentlich liegen? Und hier liegt überall irgendein Scheiß. Hier bestimmt auch irgendwo. Das sind die Patientenräume. So, warte mal. Da waren wir jetzt und da waren wir jetzt. Gucken. Okay, jetzt müssen wir wieder in den Kitchen-Boilerraum. Mal hier rumlaufen. Hausmeister putzt jetzt hier. Das ist da. Und dann einmal hier rein und drehen. Gut.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Wartet mal. Hinweise. Okay. Ach, zu Elizabeth. Müssen wir erstmal, okay.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Aber wieso Tagebuch konsultieren? Achso, wegen dem Ziel. Ja, okay. Ich dachte, da wird dann was Informatives mal stehen, aber...
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Eine Studie über das Stendhal-Syndrom, eine besondere seltene Geisteskrankheit. Betroffene zeigen psychische Störungen aufgrund einer Reizüberflutung, wenn sie Kunstwerken ausgesetzt sind. Macht Sinn. Okay. Weiß nicht, ob ich mich hier beeilen muss irgendwie.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Okay, gleich. Erstmal an den Schreibtisch noch gucken. Aber hier gibt's nichts zu gucken.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Diese Walze war im Büro von Fuller versteckt. Er hat seine Gedanken zu einer der vielen Psychoanalysen aufgezeichnet, die er an Sarah Hawkins vornahm. Okay, das war alles. Gut. Dann hier war doch irgendwo da.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
This finger belonged to a woman.
But I found
Why keep it here?
explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Okay.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set them all in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Muss ich anklicken. Irgendwas muss ich anklicken. Hat der die Leichen von denen versteckt?
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Ein Schuh von ihr. Ein teilweise verbrannter Schuh erscheint Sarah Hawkins gehört zu haben. Den Schuh hatten wir ja gesehen gehabt schon. Okay.
I must go back to the basement.
Gut. Das Spiel hat jetzt gespeichert. Jetzt höre ich auch auf, auch wenn ich neugierig bin. Ja, wie ich das jetzt wieder schneide, keine Ahnung. Also falls die Folge zu Ende ist, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ansonsten bis gleich. Tschüss.